So now that we have our frame pieces in place, we're going to glue them together. A little trick: use some masking tape and just slide the edge down till it hits the tape. That way you're going to have a nice secure joint. Okay, we're just going to do this a few times just to give it a chance to be as straight as possible. Again, next up will be another short side. Slide it down until it hits the tape. Press. And one last one. Slide it down, make sure it's even, and press, and there we go. So now you close it up, it'll be ready for gluing, and it'll be a nice tight frame. You can add that last piece of tape at the corner here, you know, leave it open though, because you still have to add the glue. So we're going to do that now. Try and keep this in the camera. Use a nice amount of glue. It'll come off. Another trick is do both sides. Expect to get a little on your fingers, so why not? Just go for it. Okay. You don't need to panic about the glue drying on you. There's plenty of time to make some adjustments. Now just do the second. Might as well add some to the third joint. And we'll just rub that in. Try and get the entire surface, okay? This is your opportunity to make sure that it's nice and tight when it's glued and it won't come apart for years to come. This is really good glue. The page is carpenter's glue. Ooh. Anyway, so now I'm going to close up the frame. And still, you don't need to worry about the glue yet. Oops, my tape came off. And do that last joint. Finding myself rushing a little bit here, simply because I don't know how long I can hold your attention. So anyway, regardless of that, I'm going to add another piece of tape. Hopefully it's still all in the camera shot. And yeah, thank you. No, thanks. See what a nice family I have? They're always thinking of me. Okay, so this one, you can see you just adjust it down so that it's nice and square. You can always check it, square it. Better to do it on the inside, really. This one needs a little help. And Okay, so now it's squared off. I mean, you can just tidy up that glue a little bit, but you're going to sand this anyway. Okay, now for those of you that have this handy tool, geez, I'm going to have to show you in a couple of pieces here. It's, I don't know what it's called. I'm going to call it a framing square. No, it's not a framing square. Whatever it is, you can get it at Canadian Tire. And it looks like this. And it has a bunch of corners that you're going to attach to the frame. So hopefully the video will be a little bit more descriptive than what I'm saying to you. Certainly hope so. So you can see, you just put these corners on here, make some adjustments, and where's the last one? Right here. So you can kind of see that it's now holding the whole thing in place, and I'm going to lock it down on this vise section with this. I'm going to give it a little pull, just give it some nice tension. Hold that in place, and as a final check, I'm going to go in here and I'm just going to make sure that that's still square. You know, things can slip, right? It's the glue, as I promised, wouldn't dry on you right away, so you get another opportunity. Now I'm going to just twist this handle and put all the tension on this frame. You'll see the glue squeezing out. That's a good thing. Check those joints, make sure that they're flush, and they are. Now, I guess I could probably give you a good tip here for the glue. I mean, you can sand that stuff off. That's not a problem. But if you dampen one of these rags, and these are shop towels, they're awesome. I use them for painting, for everything, but every day. I don't use whole sections. I cut them into 4 because, you know, they're just a little bit more expensive than paper towel. But when I'm painting, it doesn't leave anything behind on the canvas or on the palette, on my knives. So a little bit more water, and we'll just wipe up that most of that excess glue, and we'll finish that off with sanding. Now I'm going to let this dry, and usually I let it dry overnight, and then I'll show you how to put the doweling in so that it's permanent. Hey, thanks for watching this far.